Thank you, Mike. Thank you for that very kind introduction. Also, thank you for the opportunity of being here. I concur with Mike that it is tremendous when we can see this many people together this early in the morning in support of education and in support of advancing economic growth and economic development in a community. I would comment on Mike's remark about North Carolina. After being there 5 years, I wouldn't agree that they invented education, but I would tell you they do a lot of things right. It was a tremendous professional experience for me. I think I brought back to this state many things from being a part of the North Carolina system that truly will benefit me and hopefully will benefit the children of this state. But if I had to talk about one thing that I think speaks to the quality of what happens in North Carolina in education, I would tell you it's commitment. It's commitment from the communities, it's commitment from the state, and it's a commitment that you truly cannot comprehend until you're there and you're part of that system. We're seeing that today here in Madison County. We're seeing that in other communities in this state. The problem being we don't see it enough places. We don't see it holistically across our state. And I think if I talk about one thing that really makes a difference in education, it would be the fact, as many of you have heard over and over throughout your professional experiences, great communities have great schools, and great schools are in great communities. You do not have one without the other. And that, I think, speaks tremendously to what we're seeing here in Madison County. I'm delighted to be a part of Madison County. I'm delighted to be a part of education in this state. And if we look at education in this state, and I think my colleague and good friend Hank Bounds would agree, we are moving the needle. If you look at education in Mississippi and look at it over the past 6 to 8 years or more, you're seeing the needle moving upward. It's moving the way we want it to move. It's moving in a continuous, sustained manner. It's moving in an incremental manner. The problem is it's not moving fast enough, and it's not moving in large enough increments for us to make any kind of challenge, not only within the region, but in the country. And so we really have to advance what's happening in education in Mississippi. I would be remiss if I did not tell you that I think there are many challenges in education in this state. Probably the biggest one that we face is, as we were talking earlier this morning, is the starting point. We start so far behind with our children when they come into our schools as kindergartners that it's just a difficult challenge to overcome that. And I think Dr. Daggett will share with you today, if you look at what happens with our children from the time they come in kindergarten, as they move forward, you're going to see the growth. The problem is they start so far behind. And so I'll conclude by saying that if we have one great challenge in this state, and I think one that many of us who have spent many days working in education continue to embrace, is one of advancing early childhood education. We have to do more with children, and we have to do it sooner, because by the time they come to kindergarten, much of what we're trying to accomplish has already been missed in terms of opportunity. I'll close by thanking you for what you do. It is great of you to support an activity such as this. It's great of you to recognize the many wonderful schools of Madison County, and not only the schools of Madison County, but the great leadership, the great teachers, and the great support staff that speak to the quality of all the schools that are part of the celebration today. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here.